Hey guys, it's Jen. I'm going to show you some of my Rabbitry setup today. I've had some questions about it in the past. So what I'm going to do is break this into two different videos. This one will be about all of the little knick-knacky things, water bottles, hay racks, things like that. Okay, first off, I'm going to go with their water and their watering system, which I have two different systems, one for winter and one for summer. I don't have a heated, like, nipple water system or anything like that, so this is what I end up doing. Since it's summertime right now, we'll go with the summertime setup first. So, I take a little 2-liter bottle, drill a hole in the bottom of it. Big hole. And that is for this. It is that like ductwork metal, like sheet metal, and it just formed like a rough, ugly funnel. And that goes in the top here, so I can fill the water bottles without taking them off the cage every time, because I seriously hate that. This is the setup that I got. You can order these, and it is this little guy, and it hooks on the end of your 2-liter bottle, just like that. So then there's the hole in the top that I can fill it with, and then that's where the rabbits drink off of it. And that's set up on their cages right now. The little kit comes with metal wire to hold and a little support bracket that hooks on the cage like that. And then this little guy goes in it like that. And it gets supported with all the weight of the water. So in the winter time, I just use these little guys. A lot of people use them for food, but they're a good kind of all-purpose tray, and they latch. This little guy comes off the back, and then it goes through the metal of the cage, and then this guy goes over the tip of it. This way they can't knock it around and you don't end up with a mess. You can use it as a food tray too. It's kind of a dual-purpose thing for me. Okay, about their feeders. So I got, these are the 7.5-inch, just little metal guys. And I put, I have the solid back. So on the bottom side here, it's solid, it's not, I have another one that has holes in it. See how this one has like holes in it? That's for like the powder to fall through. But since I do kind of a pellet and grain mixture, the grain would fall through. So I didn't know that when I bought them. So I have several that are like this with the holes in the bottom. So I just used the aforementioned sheet metal and added it to the inside here and taped it right here. Taped along the side there. And just cut it and it fits and slips right in. So you can make it still collects grain. Whatever. The rabbits don't care. Okay, onto their hay rack. So these we built ourselves just from salvaged random pieces of wood and things we could find, and the rabbits don't care, so go with it. So it's a little kind of wedged side piece of square plywood on the back, and then the same on the other side. We put a little metal hooks in order to hang them, one on each side there. And then the front here is this, it's like a metal grate, but it's from like these stackable shelving things, and so we just repurposed it and cut the bottom of it off, and then they can get the hay out of here. The other way, we have two of them. This is my backup one because we originally built it with wood slats, but you can see that they've chewed it. So just make sure it's wood that your rabbit can chew on. But that's fine. You could just easily replace these bars of wood. But if you've got a big heavy duty chewer, that can get annoying. So that's why we went to the metal. But then the babies can climb that. And then you get babies that are inside the hay rack, and you go in and you count all your babies and you're like, oh crap, I'm missing one. And inevitably they're in the hay rack. If you feed them more natural diet, I kind of mix in some pellets, but if you feed a more natural diet, you really have to have a salt lick for them. And so I just went to the food supply store, you know, or the food aisle in a grocery store, whatever. And I got these little baby serving guys. They're for like condiments and stuff. And it's like a really hard plastic, almost a ceramic. And I drilled a little hole in it. And then use a zip tie, and I hooked it to the side of their cage so they can't knock it over, because rabbits have a tendency to really like to knock a bunch of stuff over. They're bored in their cage, so they like to play with stuff. So then, salt lick piece. That's covered in fur, totally gross, but salt lick piece. And I take the big guy. It's like a big hunker, and you can find them like in the goat section of a feed store, and it's the purpley red one. And I just take a hammer to it with a chisel and chunk pieces of it into, you know, chunks. And that's gonna take me forever to go through that hunk of salt, but whatever. So salt lick, important, very important. Another thing that I get asked about a lot is this little guy that has these little tabs on the end of it, and it hooks underneath in the rabbit's cage on both sides, and it's a resting mat that is easily cleanable, and their poop and pee can still go through. I mean, they'll still make a mess of them on occasion, and then it's a good resting board for them. So when I have a bunch of babies, I put a lot of these down. But they are slippery, so just be aware of that. I have a metal nest box, so I don't know what the dimensions of it are. I'll put those in the description, because I'm not sure, because I bought it so long ago. But in the winter time, or when it's cold out, I'll line the inside here with cardboard and just like tape it over the edge. The mamas leave it alone. And then I usually do like a couple big thick pieces of cardboard on the bottom here, because the babies are gonna poop and pee in here and make a mess. So it's good to be able to change that out. But in the summertime, if I'm breeding when it's more warm outside, I won't put any cardboard on the side. I like that I put a lining inside it, just so that if the babies touch the metal, it's not really super cold for them. So, but you don't have to. I think that's it for everything, the little knick-knacky stuff of the rabbit and random rabbit gear. Next time I'll go over their cage size and the trays and the actual hutch. I'm working on trying to put together a downloadable plan, so if anybody wants to build the same kind of setup that I have, you'll be able to do that. Yay! Okay, bye!